Today on That's What She Said, Kevin Samuels proves that the mentality of modern women is not a black problem. Really, it's a woman problem. And also, he indirectly validates Fresh and Fit. I know he doesn't want to hear that, but what Kevin Samuels has done is he has indirectly validated Fresh and Fit. Janelle Gordon and I discussed this now. That's What She Said starts right now.
She said.
What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of That's What She Said. I am your co-host, Donovan Sharp. I, of course, am joined by the lovely. Oops. Uh-oh, is that me or you? Oh, that was you. Oh, all right. Oh, there we go. I swear to God, man, your phone, like, that sounded like it was coming through the, man, what kind of phone do you have?
It's a new phone. It's a good phone.
Is that the iPhone 13? God damn, that came, dude, it was like, that thing was like in here. Okay, so get the iPhone 13. I, of course, as always, am joined by the lovely and talented Janelle Gordon. Janelle, you are looking lovely as always. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I just steamed my Yoni, and if you haven't,
yes,
gotten a gift for your lady, you should give her the gift of a freshly steamed Yoni, and it will pay off in the bedroom. So
let me ask you this:
all the good stuff.
Devin asked me about this. Like, she sort of halfway asked me about this, but she didn't want to ask me. So I said, all right, I'm going to get a hold of Janelle. And she was like, oh my God, what did you tell her? She's texting me. I said, well, you asked. She's like, I didn't ask you about it. I was like, Devin, you asked with your eyes. And she didn't say anything after that. So what exactly does steaming your Yoni do for the man and the woman?
Okay, great question. Well, Yoni steaming, there's so many benefits to it, but I'll stick with the ones that are beneficial for men. So it really helps to kind of balance the women's hormones. So think about if you have a cup of tea, probably not a lot of male tea drinkers, but ladies probably do, right? They make their tea, their herbs, they get the steam kind of dissipates into the tea. And so you're getting the medicinal benefits of the tea. You've seen all those yogi teas in the store. Yeah. So it's the same concept for your Yoni. So all the medicinal properties of the herbs are steaming, and it sits over the steamer with a gown, and it goes up into the womb, up into the uterus. So what it's doing is a lot of things, depending on the herb and how often. It's creating more lubrication. Just think about it. If you're steaming, it's getting more moist, right?
Right.
If you steam anything, you steam your vegetables, what happens? They go from dry to moist.
Right.
Vegetables that you eat with your lemon, right?
Right.
It's same thing with the Yoni. If you're steaming that, you're creating more lubrication, more moistness. Wow. So she's going to be wetter.
Wow.
Right.
How about that?
And then the other really amazing thing that men will love is that it helps to create more tonality. So tightness. Certain herbs create a more tighter effect in the womb. So this is great for women who had children, and there's amazing benefits. Also, another thing men will love, it helps to regulate and balance hormones during her cycle. So less period symptoms, which is better for y'all.
Oh my God, this
is factors.com. Get a Yoni steam. Your guy will think, my guy actually came up with the name Freshly Steamed, and it's going to be one of my businesses.
Freshly Steamed. What is this witchcraft you speak of? What? So, and by the way, the Yoni is the vajayjay. Let's just, we're all adults here, but we can't say, I'm sure we could probably say vagina, but Yoni makes it sound just a little bit more, I don't know, like if yoga... Well, not only that, if yoga were invented in Nashville, Tennessee, we wouldn't call it yoga, we'd call it stretching, right? But Yoni is the proper word, I guess, for the JJ. Yeah, listen, man, the older women get, the more lubrication becomes an issue. I mean, Devin is 45 years old. She ain't 25. And I had no idea. Now, are there different herbs that you can use for the steaming of the yoni?
Correct. And I sell a
Whoa!
kind of so I sell the herbs with the steam. It comes as a kit. So basically it's like a multivitamin, right? Your multivitamin has everything you need in it. The B, C's, the A, the magnesium, the
Right,
iron.
right, right,
So
right.
the basic Yoni steam set I give you, or that clients buy, has all the basic things for wetness, for lubrication, for toning, for now if you have major issues like fertility and things like that, then I'll prescribe you different herbs to take.
Sure, sure. Well,
Yep.
Devin can't have children, so we're definitely and neither of us want children. That is unbelievable. The ofactors.com. I think I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna get Devin for Valentine's Day. Is I'm gonna get her
Yes,
a
you
yoni.
do.
I'm gonna get her a yoni steamer.
Get her, get it, and this will be amazing. She'll love it, and
Okay,
you guys can report back and tell the manager like,
dude.
hey, what's up? And someone said he was going to invest in one, so I hope he goes to my website.
Word up, the ofactors.com. And I listen, Janelle's talked about this before on the show, but I've never really gone into it. Sith Lord Entertainment with the $20 super chat says, good to be here. Miss Gordon is looking good and Donovan is looking sharp. See what I did there? Okay, gotcha.
That was a good one.
Sith Lord Entertainment, $10 says, I'm investing in a Yoni steamer for sure. Listen, I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, the ofactors.com. As soon as we're off here, I'm going to jump on there. And I'm also going to buy the gummy thingies that helps with the hair growth or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, because Devin's hair, it grows, but it's very fine. Or I don't know, like she has long hair, but you know, women, they're never satisfied with anything they see.
Yeah, we always want what we can't have. It's like, oh, I have straight hair. I want curly. Oh,
Right,
curly hair.
right.
Like, for
She told me,
hair.
dude, she told me I want, what did she say? She says, I want hair. She said, I want hair like Janelle's. I want hair like Janelle's. I want skin like Allie. I want the gracefulness of Tallulah. I was like, dude, like, what are you, fucking Frankenstein? Like, having all these women on, yeah, it's giving her a complex. So, whatever.
No, we all stick together in this.
Absolutely.
We all help each other.
Absolutely. And just so you guys know, the girls talk behind the scenes. So you were telling me off the air, you have talked to Allie, you've talked to Tallulah. Pearl, I think, is in contact. Go ahead.
Yeah. I talk to Tallulah regularly. I'm
Yes.
going to UK to visit soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, look at that. Abso-freaking-lutely. And, of course, the CME, which is going to be in either April, May, or June. Guys, please be patient with me. I'm going to get that all squared away. All the ladies and their guys are invited. So this is details forthcoming. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I cannot bring Devin around your guy because he is 6'8" and he's better looking than me. So I'm just gonna have to eliminate her from that particular scenario. But all jokes aside, it should be a very good time.
He's super cool. He's actually like very chill, very introverted when he's in scenarios. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into today's topic. Kevin Samuels, Janelle, as you guys all know, very good friend of mine. I've been friends with Kevin. Good God Almighty, I've been friends with Kevin now for over 5 years. I've known Kevin since we were both nobodies. To watch him rise through the ranks, it's been really exciting for me to see because Kevin works very, very hard. He's very, very good at what he does, and I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm able to call myself a friend of his and sort of watch his ascent to glory. If anyone deserves it, it is definitely him. Kevin has more than paid his dues on the reel. Well, yes, he has. He's one of the best people I know. He's never ever steered me in the wrong direction in terms of content creation. Even when I had more subscribers than, and I've always had more subscribers than Kevin up till about maybe 10 minutes ago. But even though I've always had more subscribers than Kevin always seemed to know more about content creation and the ecosphere than I ever did. And I remember saying to him one time, dude, Kevin, like one of these days, man, you're going to take off like a rocket ship. 6 months later, it happened, and here we are. And so Kevin, a lot of times, Janelle, talks about what he calls modern women, and he gets hate from the black community. He catches heat from the black community because all it seems that he does is roast black women, like black women, modern women, whatever the case may be. Yes. Well, Kevin Samuels actually happened to have a white girl on Instagram Live a little while back. And not only does this woman proves two things. The first thing she proves, and I'll get your thoughts on this, Janelle, but the first thing that this white girl proves is that, number one, like Kevin says on this podcast that we're about to break down, this is not just a black problem. This is a woman problem. Number two, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Janelle. A lot of people, a lot of Fresh and Fit's detractors say, well, they're making money off the backs of these Miami thoughts. Well, of course they're going to say and do certain things because they're the most thoughtiest, trashiest girls out there. Janelle, this girl is going to recite exactly what these thoughty, trashy girls in Miami recite. She's a basic bitch from New Jersey. What are your thoughts?
I think, oh man, this is a hard one for me to speak on, because I have these discussions with my guy about black women and how
do you
they're hated on.
And what does he say?
He actually said, be honest, he said that I was culturally insensitive to black women.
Oh.
And yeah, because here's why, Donovan. I think this is something that we just disagree on.
Okay.
I look at everything from the standpoint of polarity. You've heard me say it 1,000
Absolutely.
times, and I will not come off of that. Right?
I agree.
So that's from my practice. So polarity is energy of masculine and feminine energy.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's how strong is that traction. It's what drove you to Devon. It's what keeps you guys together. There's a level of polarity. So when it comes to, my observation was that he would say something, this black women or something like
masculine,
my past relationship,
combative,
past relation. No, I would say that. He would say she was more tough or something, because I'm very feminine and my guy is very hardcore, right? He's a baller,
Good.
He's just hard like that.
Yeah.
So this has been our biggest thing to kind of get around. And I would say, well, I feel like those women are masculine. That's what I would say.
And you would be right.
And he did not like that. He said, no, they're just,
he
didn't like that. He would say, no, they're tough. They have thick skin because they've had to go through so much and blah, 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 all this stuff. And I'm not blah, blah, blahing that to make it light. I'm just saying,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
But this has been our biggest thing, because he's like, I need you to be more boss up more, be more tough, not like in my business or anything. Right?
Sure.
And I'm like, but you wouldn't, he says he wants that.
He would
However,
want it. He would not want it.
The times that I have said, okay, you want me to be more boss? Here we go.
Let's get this nigga. And he's like, whoa.
He'll say, you're at a 10 now. I need you to take it down to a 7. So I'm like, so you don't like that after all.
Go
ahead.
Listen, masculine men like feminine women. No matter, and feminine women like masculine men. It's just like you said. Correct. It's the polarity. It's the very physics that keeps the Earth on its on its axis. Exactly. Right. And I think, and your guy is very young, so there's probably a better than average chance that he doesn't really understand what men and women need from each other from a genetic code firmware standpoint. Maybe he thought he wanted you to be tough, but you just said yourself, hey, listen, as soon as you acted just a little bit tough, he's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Up a little bit, he's like, bring it down. And then this is our biggest thing, other than time, that I don't see
of course
a lot, and we live far away, is this. There's really nothing else that we argue about at all. And so my thing is, he says, well, I've just been raised around black women, my mom, my aunties, sense. And my last relationships. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yes, that's what you're used to.
There you go.
But I guarantee you, if I acted like that, you wouldn't still be with me.
That's right. That's exactly right, man.
It's an experience thing. I think it is, dear.
Listen, and Ice Dragon Kid says he's defensive because of the culture to protect black women. Yes, by acknowledging... Right. By acknowledging these truths, he probably feels like he probably feels like he's betraying his mother and his sisters. I say it all the time. I love my mom and I love my sisters, but that has absolutely nothing to do with my dating preferences. A lot of guys, a lot of these haters, well, yo mama black, not trying to fuck my mom. You feel me?
Exactly.
I like what I like. Well, not only that, Janelle. Just because I'm black, that does not beholden me to date black women. I can date whoever the fuck I want to, and fuck what you heard. Here's a super chat from Extraterrestrial. We can answer this before we get into the breakdown here. He says, is a 50-50 relationship a matriarchal relationship in disguise? A 50-50 relationship is not a relationship. That is well, yeah, I think you're right. A 50-50 relationship is a matriarchal relationship in disguise. In terms of the decision making, my relationship is 100-0. I seek Devin's counsel when I need to make a decision, but this is not a 50-50 relationship. What are your thoughts?
I think, and it's so funny. So I can't make this stuff up. We had this conversation earlier today.
Wow.
Because I was saying something about, he said something about coming at me sideways or some way. And my coming at me sideways was making a comment about something, about a picture. And I just commented on it. And so I said, listen, you lead the relationship and I follow your energy on that. And he didn't like that because he is like, that's not true. Because you came at me sideways and I didn't bring that energy into the relationship. But I told him, and then I said very respectfully, I said, dear, sometimes you're absent in the relationship. And so I do lead by just default because it's polarity. And I said, and that's when it gets fucked up.
Yep.
And I said that.
Yep.
Because there has to be one person that leads.
Yes.
And if he's not there leading because he's working and he's doing it, then sometimes
you're second in command.
I'm trying to lead it, and because I'm like, okay, I got to get this going. But so that's a very good point. What he's saying, 50-50 is obviously matriarchal. It has to be the masculine or the man leading the relationship.
I agree.
And if it doesn't happen, it gets imbalanced and he feels some kind of way. It's just how it goes.
You know what? I think after he comes to the CME, I think at that point that's going. Listen, I have no doubt that your guy is masculine. But he needs permission too. You guys live in California. California is as left. I mean, Orange County is a conservative county.
Orange County's right, but
right.
California
is, dude. California's been a blue state since before any of us could remember. What he needs is permission to say, you know what? Yeah, I am the fucking man. I want my woman to be submissive. I want to be the leader. I want her to be the follower. All decisions run through me. He definitely has what it takes. He just needs permission to be able to do it.
And he does in certain things, but here's the thing. The age thing is interesting. I'm not going to lie, because it's like, he's 25, I'm 40. He's like, I'm getting my shit together, and he looks at me like I have my shit together. So it's a very interesting dynamic.
Wow, this really is going to be interesting. I really, man, I wish I could hire a camera crew to follow you guys. That'd be great.
You should. Oh my god.
Because every time we talk about something, you have the conversation with your guy. So I might just use you guys for entertainment fodder. Tonight on TSR Live, Janelle and her guy had another conversation about X, Y, and Z. Okay.
But the thing is, I'm always willing to surrender and submit to the argument.
Absolutely.
I always am. Yep.
That's just how it is. That's the man-woman dichotomy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break this down. And listen, if you see or hear something and you want me to pause it, just tell me to pause the video and I'll pause it.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Sorry, I was reading some of these comments.
No, that's okay.
Absolutely.
No problem at all. Okay, here we go.
Is a man a cost or a sacrifice?
Oops.
Or do you have a question?
Oh, wow. Is a man a cost or sacrifice? Boy, Kevin came out with the early heat.
Can you further
say again?
Oh, I always wanted to hear what he said again. It's kind of hard to hear.
Oh, you know what? I'll turn this up. He said he asked her, "Is a man a cost or a sacrifice?"
A cost or sacrifice. Got it. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, he came with it. Okay. So here we go. Buckle up.
Are you single or are you married?
Single.
Any children?
No.
Can you hear it okay now, Janelle?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Single, are you married?
All right. I've been asking the question of women: would you be willing to quit your full-time job to work part-time for your man?
Yes.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Would you? So, okay. Well, that already changed. So, do you want to get married?
I actually do. Eventually, yeah.
Oh boy, do you want to get married? Well, I actually do eventually.
After I hoe around
there. Oh my God, dude, Janelle, you're bad for business. You're very, very bad for business. Because the more times I have you on, the less people are going to need to buy womanese. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, guys. I want to get married
Sorry.
eventually. Translation, I want to sport fuck my way around whatever state I'm in until I'm damn
That's
good and
right.
ready. Ay, ay, ay.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Eventually, by what age?
Uh-oh.
In the next
What was
few
his
years.
question?
He asked her, she does want to get married eventually. He says, about what age?
Okay, about what
And she
age?
says, within the next 2 or 3
I would
years.
say.
Next few years, next 3 years, next 5 years?
By 30, probably. Yeah.
What month is your birthday in?
May.
So you'll be 28 in May?
Yes.
Good math by Kevin.
And do you want children after marriage?
Yes, I would like one boy and one girl.
Oh, boy.
Do you want
here
2
we go.
kids? You can't predict that.
Yeah.
Did you go to college?
I did,
Did you complete
but
college?
sorry?
Did you complete college?
No, I did not actually.
This is one area where Kevin and I diverge in terms of opinion, and I want to get your opinion on this, Janelle. To me, a woman with a college degree does not make her, and I want to make this clear. There is a stigma around extremely attractive, beautiful women who are also, it's almost like beauty is synonymous. Okay. Well, I was going to say, it's almost as though beauty is synonymous with the lack of intelligence. Let me go ahead and switch the camera back to me. So in this country, we have, and it's a weird stigma. And the stigma is that beauty is directly attached to unintelligence. In other words, okay, Janelle's back. In other words, the more attractive a woman is, the less intelligent she is. Now, you guys have heard me say on this podcast many, many times, hot girls are useless because they've never had to be useful. While that is the truth, that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have any brains. And so when and I think this is a black community thing. I suppose the more educated a woman is, the more feminine she tends to be. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Kevin about that. But I don't want a woman who's a dum-dum. And this is the problem with women who want to say, I have a PhD. Oh, so you're either intimidated by my career or my smarts. Oh, you just want some dumb bimbo. No, you don't have to. Like, dude, seriously, just because you didn't go to college, just because you didn't go to a 4-year cock mill and get ran through by every dude on there does not mean that you're not intelligent. What are your thoughts on intelligence as far as being attractive?
Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't
No,
sure
it's okay.
if that was mine or whatever. I hopped back out and came back
No,
in.
it's all good.
Here's the thing. There's intelligence, there's book smart, there's street smart,
Yes.
and then there's just common fucking sense. Listen, I am like pretty close to my associate's degree in advertising, which I really don't give a fuck about, unfortunately, just because
It's a good trait.
I don't. Like I did it because I have a nonprofit. These women look up to me. I wanted to say like, I did the right thing, went back and got my degree. But
Okay.
honestly, like I've done everything that an advertising degree was supposed to teach me. I've done 1 TED Talk already. I have 2 more coming. I wrote 2 books. I wrote them each in 1 day. Like I've built a business without any startup cost from 0 to 6 figures on my own. So I don't need the advertising degree. I just did more like, this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And at this time, it was something that I was doing as a single mom and trying to figure out my life. So I'm not saying that there's anything right or wrong with an education, but I believe that women cling to that as some kind of trophy that equates their value
Bingo.
in life to a man, and a man doesn't give a fuck whether you have an education or not.
We
He
don't
just gives
give a fuck.
whether you can submit, surrender, whether you're open and ready for sex when they want it. And if you're able to have children, if that's something they want in the future, too.
100%.
They don't care about that stuff. Now, do they want you to have common fucking sense? Yes. And there's so many people with degrees that have none of it.
None. Zero. I agree with you 100%. And I think what we have to understand is that intelligence is something that you're born with. Intelligence, brain power, smarts, because when you get a degree or depending upon whatever your education, your degree is in, you studied for that. Studying is literally just memorizing. I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody, but this is why in what is it? 2 out of 3 women on college campuses, or I'm sorry, 2 out of 3 people are women. But when you go to postgraduate, post-secondary education, the numbers dwindle. And the reason for that is because now, like if you go to pre-law, pre-med, if you're in school to be an engineer, you have to rely on critical thinking skills, which means this isn't something that you could study and regurgitate. You learn the skill and you react depending upon what the situation is as dictated by your skill. There are some, listen, and it's spread all around. There are some really ugly people who are as dumb as a box of fucking rocks. There are some ugly people who are just extremely intelligent. Then there are extremely beautiful people who are really stupid. Then there are extremely attractive people who are also very smart. So intelligence and education are 2 different things. As a person, you can't learn to be intelligent. You can learn to have a degree, you can learn this and that, but some people, Janelle, are just born dumb, and that doesn't mean they're a bad person. Some people aren't as quick on the uptake as others. Yeah.
There's some people that have, certain, it's just in their DNA. They have traumas, they have it. But the thing is, here's the thing. I was just listening to Tony Robbins. He has a challenge going on, and I like to listen to it every couple of times a year. I do something.
Absolutely.
It's just a quick start in my mind to get out of patterns, to break habits, and because you are your patterns and habits every day. And if you want change in your life, you got to change.
Right.
Don't wait for things to change. You have to change.
That's right.
And people don't want that. Like, I just had a woman who was like upset because she says she didn't get the value of my mastermind, but she didn't show up. She showed up to 1 session, and it was 8 weeks. And I had a woman last night. I have it on a Zoom call.
Unbelievable.
She said she would give her right arm for this mastermind. It changed her life that much.
There you go.
So the thing is, it's not that the value wasn't there. It's she didn't put in the work to show up for the value. How can 5 other women, their lives be changed and yours wasn't? The only thing different was you didn't show up to the calls.
There you go. Right. And if you don't show up to the calls, you're not going to get the value.
You're not going to get the value.
I mean, I don't know. I mean that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to suck my own dick. Like, my girl's going to be there to suck my dick. You feel me? All right.
It's like paying, exactly. It's like paying a trainer and just saying like, okay, I paid you $2,000, but I didn't get anything out of it, but I went to 1 session.
Yeah,
like, well, no
dude,
shit.
that makes no sense.
This is talking no common sense here, right?
Dude, Devin and I would not be together. Dude, I pay her trainer $2,400 a month. Devin goes to every single, even when Devin had COVID, get your ass in the gym and train remotely. That's how that goes. Okay, so I think the overarching point is that a person's looks has nothing to do with their intelligence. There's book smarts and then there's intelligence. So and again, I guess I'll get with Kevin to sort of find out what he thinks. But in the Black community, education is big, and that might be one of the many reasons the Black community, in terms of Black women, that's why 25% of them are only married. So let's continue.
I wanted to be a psychologist, but then I changed my mind. I'm actually a barber, hairstylist.
Wow, psychologist to barber. Translation, she probably wasn't smart enough to be a psychologist. It is what it is.
Because psychology is the easiest major you can do.
What? I didn't know that.
Well, after communications, comm is the easiest major. Let's just be honest. I took that route because I was like, I'm just trying to get a degree. I was getting the benefits of whatever I was, that just to get my feet, and then I figured it out. But after comm, it's like psychology.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. Okay. Yeah. You learn something every day.
It's not that hard, actually. It's not that hard.
There we go.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Wait, start over. What'd you say?
I said psychiatry is different than psychology, but that's a lot more education there. But just like comm is the easiest degree you can get, and then psychology is like close second. It's not hard. I took the classes. They're very easy.
Okay, very good. Yeah. All right, excellent.
And unmarriable.
Uh-oh.
When I asked about marriage.
And this girl isn't ugly. She's average looking,
Yeah.
Why was the hesitation like, one day? And then it turns out you want to be married in less than 2 years or some change.
I'm a little nervous.
Why?
That's probably why there was hesitation.
Why?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
She does know, though.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear that? Listen.
Yeah.
I don't know
would have
why you
asked a
ladies feel
different
like that.
question.
What's that?
I would have asked a different question.
What would you have asked?
Here's what you say. I
Okay.
say this to all my clients. If they say, I don't know, you simply say, if you had to guess, what would it be?
Ah, okay.
And then they will, like, 10 out of 10, they always sort of find the answer.
Okay.
Because it's just about asking your brain a different question, and your brain always has the answer.
Slambright says, I wanted to be a psychologist, but I decided I wanted to upsell bundles with a mediocre haircut.
That's a sufficient answer.
You hear the clock?
That's your biological clock. You're about to slam face first into the wall.
Kevin's a
How long's your
savage.
longest relationship?
Uh-oh.
She needs to get
2
a Yoni
years.
steam. It
When did it
increases
end?
fertility.
What's that?
She needs to get a Yoni steam. It increases fertility.
I'm trying to tell you. Listen to this. Listen to the sequence. Listen to this. This is funny. But yes, she's going to have to get her Yoni steamed if she keeps going the way she's going.
How long's your longest relationship?
2 years.
2
When did it
years.
end?
He asked her who ended the relationship,
A year ago.
or when did it end?
Who ended it?
It was mutual.
Mutual.
It was mutual. Listen to what Kevin says.
There is never mutual.
Yeah, I was
Never
going to say,
mutual.
that's not.
No. When a girl says, see, and you have to understand, this girl knows who she's talking to. She knows what the audience says. She doesn't want to come off as the typical woman. Listen, Janelle, we all know that most women end most relationships. This is marriage or
That's
otherwise.
correct.
Normally, now
Yes.
this girl wasn't on Instagram Live with Kevin Samuels, and she was just out talking to her friends, and they asked her who ended it. If she got dumped, she would say it ended mutually. But we all know that she's the one that ended the relationship.
Exactly.
She knows it.
And the
You can
smile,
tell by her
too.
smile. Dude, there you go. You can tell by that wry smile. She knows what it is. Yeah.
Just in the eyes, too.
So either way, have a real conversation, or I'm just gonna come on. It's never mutual.
Uh-oh.
Who ended it?
I did. Just say it.
It actually was mutual.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's never mutual.
Yeah.
She tried to double
Never
down.
mutual.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm already seeing the issue here, but I don't know if you
Was
see
her
it.
eyes going to the left or right? I get confused on the screen.
the
Don't
issue?
make fun of me.
No. We do
It looks
my
like
way,
they're
not
going to the
yours.
left.
It's never mutual. Who ended
Yeah, so she's lying. I get confused when you're mirrored.
No,
When
that's
your eyes
fine.
go to the left like that, it's typically a sign of a lie. Like left like that,
Mhm.
right is truth, right is truth, up is constructing. Or
Well-
it could be remembering.
It
Yeah,
could be.
so.
It could be. Or you could use the Donovan Sharp way. How did the relationship end? It ended mutually. Because like Kevin says, relationships are never ended mutually. There's always one person in, one person out. Slambright, quoting the Womanese, says it was mutual. Translation, he dumped me. That's actually the third of 600 translations on Womanese. You guys can get your copy at donovansharp.com/womanese at donovansharp.com.
I love it.
Look at her.
I mean, we were
the
like,
likelihood of you and Roger coming to the house on a Thursday at 5 o'clock and saying, you know what?
This
You know
isn't
what?
working.
I think we should end it. And y'all on the same page at the same time. That's mutual. No. There's a problem. There's a breakup. Come on.
yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
then don't put-
we were just like arguing a lot, and like we just
Oh.
both decided that.
How many
like,
times have you guys broken up?
There we go. We were arguing a lot. She ended the relationship. Yeah. She doesn't want to say I ended the relationship because she doesn't want to look like the typical hoe, but yeah, that's what this is.
Before you define
Yeah.
a breakup?
a couple times.
How many
Yeah,
times
it
did
was
you cheat?
kind of like
How many
it was
times
kind
did
of
you
like
cheat?
Oops.
I never cheated on him.
Oh, she blinked.
Oh, of course she blinked. Oh, you caught that. God damn. Let's look at that again. He asked her how many times did she cheat?
You're
Listen.
to win it, dear.
How many
Yeah,
times
it
did you
was
cheat?
kind of like
How many
it was
times
kind of
did you
like
cheat?
I never cheated on him.
Boom. God damn. Good catch, Janelle.
I know. I do this for a living, so I gotta be good.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm okay at reading body language, but I know just based on my experiences, girls cheat. And so when Kevin asks her how many times you cheated and she says I didn't cheat, I know it's cap. That's just that's not that's not based scientifically like you just did it with the body language. That's just my experience.
Yeah.
You never had sex with another man.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, lips pursing.
No.
Oh, this bitch. Now that she's lying. Listen to this.
Yeah,
Watch this.
yeah, she did the lips.
Cheated on him.
Never cheated
Concealing the
Sex.
truth.
Say that again?
She did the lips, concealing the truth.
Okay.
With another man.
Like that.
No.
Never had sex with.
Wow. Listen, let's watch that again. This is unbelievable.
I never cheated on him.
You never had sex with another man.
No.
Look to the left.
Unbelievable. Not only that, Janelle, it took her 20 seconds to answer the question.
Yeah, like remembering. Well, in her mind was like, was that blowjob cheating?
There. That's exactly what you said. So I
I
suck
know.
his dick.
She
Is
was
that
like
cheating?
trying to just.
Is anal sex considered cheating? That's dude.
It's
Watch
not
this
like-
again. Watch this again, dude. This is incredible.
No.
Never had sex with another woman.
Oh boy,
No.
You never
she keeps looking up and to the left, Janelle. This is
She's
all
up and to the left. I told you.
every fucking time.
gave your number to a man in DM.
The only time I did that was with clients.
Oh, that's how she justifies it. Oh, the only time I did it is with clients. Why do they have to give it to you in DMs? Why couldn't they just give you their number?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were
When
in a
they
happy,
wanted to come
committed,
in.
so if you were in a happy, committed, monogamous, fulfilling relationship, you mean to tell me your text messages with your ex would have stood up to him just going through and looking at them?
Nope.
It didn't really have much to do with that.
Oh, this bitch is capping. So what Kevin just asked her, he said, okay, you're in a happy monogamous relationship. So if you're in this happy monogamous relationship, would you have been able to give your boyfriend your phone for him to go through these text messages and he'd be okay with that? And what does she say? Here, listen to what she says.
Going through and looking at them.
It didn't really have much to do with that.
Yeah, it had everything to do with it, sweet cheeks.
Exactly.
Oh, boy. Yeah, clients.
I use the condom, so it doesn't count.
Okay, so let's go through the list. Let's go through the list. And this is how girls rationalize cheating. It was a blowjob, number one. He ate me out. He didn't penetrate me. He butt fucked me.
Yeah.
He fucked me with a condom. So only unprotected vaginal sex to complete. He didn't use a condom and he didn't come, but neither did I. So that's not technically cheating. This is
But
what
women
girls.
don't come anyway,
Oh my God! Well, no, women.
as we know. The studies show.
Oh, I mean, well, then there you go. Well, I didn't come, so I guess it's no. That's not considered cheating. This is how women think.
Anyway.
This is how women think, dude.
I mean,
I'm
it
just
was
saying,
more
man, you
so-
know what I'm saying is women often think cheating is having sex, and you guys often flirt with men.
Oops.
Y'all have men up on deck and everything else. I'm not new to this. But at the end of the day, we move forward. You're 28, you're a barber.
So at this point, he understood that no matter what he asks her, he's not going to get the truth.
It's not going to get a true statement.
No,
yeah.
he's not.
Yes.
Seriously.
He was definitely intimidated by my job. That's
Oh, intimidated by your job, bitch. You're a barber.
Oh my God.
He was intimidated by your job. Slambright, $5 super chat says, gave her number to clients. Translation, she views giving up her body as a business. She's an entrepreneur. She's a boss babe. She is 100% that bitch. I'm trying to tell you. Listen to this.
Bro?
He didn't like intimidated by my job. That's
Okay.
for sure.
Bro?
He didn't like the fact that, I was cutting men's hair.
Oh, there it is. That's it. Cutting men's hair. That's not him being intimidated by your job. It's the fact that. Go ahead.
He doesn't like that she's in that close proximity to men, and I understand this very well. This whole situation, and it's it's really all about respect and clear communication.
Yep.
And anytime my guy asks me anything, I tell him, like, this is what happens. This is what happens in session. He definitely has me on location, and he can check it anytime he wants. I know a lot of people don't like that, but
yeah, but guess what? That's how, that. But no. Listen. What you just said. I know a lot of people don't like that, but that's how I do things. This is something I'm going to talk about in my relationship course.
my life back here.
Are you good?
Sorry, I have a maintenance man here, and he's tripping breakers. It just all my lights. No,
Oh,
there we go.
Okay, there we go. All right.
It's in the dark.
No, that's
Sorry, go ahead.
that's quite all right.
I apologize.
Yeah. I think what she's not telling us in terms of her. Well, my boyfriend was intimidated by my job. No, he wasn't. He didn't like the way you interacted with your customers. And here's the thing: if you're going to be a barber, you can't just cut people's hair. You have to be personable. As a matter of fact, I think they teach you this in cosmetology school. How to make conversation that helps you stick with the clientele. But if you're a female cutting men's hair and you're, I don't know, average to above average looking like this woman is, she's going to get her share of male attention.
Correct.
Not only this,
And it's
go ahead.
the thing, you're cutting someone's hair, and my guy tells me, he's like, I have to talk all day. He's like, I hate it. He's like, that's why sometimes I don't want to talk to you when I get home. Maybe it's not you. It's just,
Hey,
I
man.
don't freaking talk to no one. I've been talking all day. So you have to get a better tip too, and to be interested in their lives. And
Yes.
you're like psychologist,
Yeah, I'm a little different.
You tell your hairstylist everything, at least
Of course.
for women. I don't know about men.
Listen, with now I haven't been to the barber shop since I was 15 years old, almost 30 years ago, because I cut my own hair. But yes, the barber shop is a place. Well, it used to be one of the last bastions of male conversation. Dude, men of a certain age probably remember when they trusted their barber more than they trusted their pastor. So when there's a certain relationship between customer and hairstylist, and this is on the male and the female side. Okay, let's continue. Oh, not only that,
You should go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't know if you picked up on this, but this girl has the personality of a coffee cup. Like
It's terrible. I don't know how she makes tips like that. You gotta be outgoing and exuberant. And by the way, you should have my guy cut your hair. He'll hook you. He's good, man.
I don't know. I'm really, really good. I've been cutting my hair since I was 15 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Want to know why? Quick side story. Because when I was 15, we moved to Oklahoma, Altus, Oklahoma. Guess what? There are 14 black people in Oklahoma, and my family was one of them. So guess what? There were no black barbershops. So I had to save up. It was like $15. I went to the Altus, Oklahoma. Yeah, I had to learn to do it myself. So yeah. So but I'm very good. Yeah.
Oklahoma is no black people nowhere.
Nope. Hell to the no. But dude, I've got maybe 4 or 5 pairs of clippers. I've got 8 or 9 of the Andis T-liners, and I'm always tweaking them out. So yeah, I'm up on that stuff.
Oh my gosh, you're in it. You have the custom ones.
Oh yes.
Has all,
you better believe
ones,
it. Absolutely.
And
I'm always dude, I'll take them apart, switch parts. Yeah, I'm a clipper nerd.
Connoisseur.
Yes. Well, I try not to brag. I do enough of that on my podcast, so let's continue.
I think that kind of.
How old was he?
2 years older than me.
It's funny. She never answers questions directly. He said, "How old are you?" I'm about 30. How old is he? A couple years older than me. Come on. You can't be this evasive.
What's with the evasiveness?
Yeah, I don't. Oh my God. I just don't.
Is she high or something?
Say again.
I don't know. Is she high or something?
I don't know. Either she's high or she's really fucking boring. But you know what I mean? I don't know. That's kind of a
body energy. It's I'm going to sleep over here.
Yeah, she looks like she's bored, but I think this is a defense mechanism. I think she doesn't want to come off as too communicative because she knows Kevin is very good at asking questions that require her to tell the truth.
Yeah, I totally agree. I know how she gets her tips.
Insurance.
Oh, wait a minute. Listen.
2 years older than me.
What do you do for a living?
Insurance.
Okay. We'll come back to that one.
Okay.
But if you had to say, you're 28 chronologically, how would you say you're emotionally?
Oh, that's a good question.
16.
I don't know. I would say a lot of people tell me I'm mature for my age.
Oh God. Listen, I'm
Really?
self-aware.
Look at Kevin's look.
Dude, he's like, what?
That
Come on.
was everything. He was like,
Look, I'm self-aware enough to know I don't act like the typical 44 years old. Like, I mean, honestly, mature-wise, if I had to put a number on it, I'm probably 28-ish because I'm a bit of a hothead.
Okay. For 28?
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Or like, yeah.
28, man. In 1940,
yes or no questions.
What's that?
She can't even answer
No.
yes or no questions. Like, you're not 28 maturity level.
Yeah, like I don't I don't like when women
Janelle needs to
answer
call
yes.
Kevin.
Say again?
I saw this thing. Janelle needs to call Kevin when the topic is in interracial dating. I would love to. I wonder if he'd want to have me on.
That would be very interesting. That'll be a very highly rated show. And a lot of guys have been hitting me lately. Why doesn't Kevin Samuels shout you out? Why doesn't Kevin Samuels cannot afford to shout me out, guys. Do you know who I am, man? Black YouTube, the black community, they have, like, they don't even claim me as one of their own, man. You got O'Shea talking shit. Like, dude, all the people on the black YouTube side, they call me a white boy. And so if Kevin goes on and says, hey, shout out to Donovan Sharp, they're going to be like, what? That Uncle Tom coon ass nigga? He'd lose half of his subscribers.
I understand.
Yeah. So I just want to let everyone know that I'm not worried about Kevin Samuels shouting me out. The reason he does not is strictly for business purposes. Because if I were him, I wouldn't shout me out either. Fuck that.
1950, you would have been married and probably had 3 or 4 kids by now. You said I don't know to major things 4 or 5 times.
Oh my God.
Correct.
Yep.
So the people who are telling you mature must be in junior high. I think so, man. But I'm asking you.
What's that?
That's what I was saying. She can't answer a question directly, you know?
I don't like it. I don't like it when women, when you ask them a yes or no question, are you a woman? I am. Do you have any kids? I don't. It's yes or no. How are you doing? Good. No. How are you doing? I'm well. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Can't stand bitches like that.
Oh my God.
All right.
Developmental questions. First, I asked you about marriage. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe one day in the future, it turns out you want to be married by 30. That's 2 years.
I feel like there are some things that I want to work on mentally before I get married.
That's fair.
I've been through a lot. So.
I've been through a lot. Translation, all my womany students, I've been through a lot. Translation, I've been through a lot of cock.
I've been run through.
There it is. There it is. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of cock. I've been run through a lot. Like, we know this. We know this. Honestly, Janelle, what could a woman possibly, like, dude, you live in a first world country. And I want the audience to really understand where I'm going with this. Yeah. There is not, and don't get me wrong, people go through some fucked up things here in America. Yeah. Child abuse, stuff like that. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But outside, absent that, and this girl looks like she's pretty well adjusted, and you never know. But the only thing any woman in this country would go through of note is sex. Women, I mean, dude, American women live the best class of any human on the planet.
At any rate.
Right. And so when they say I've been through a lot, it's clear that you're not talking, you've never been through some shit. You haven't seen anybody get their head blown off. You haven't been to war. You haven't been in the military. No. You've been through a lot means I've slept around a lot. Agree or disagree?
Agree. It's good for this is why the feminist movement and the Me Too and all that garbage has produced victims, because it's cool to be a victim.
Yes.
And from someone who actually has experienced, very unpleasant things as a child, was in the system and did something about it, actually didn't use that as an excuse and helps other people today in my nonprofit. I could actually say that stuff, but I choose not to even engage in that at all, because I don't want people to know me for that. I want people to see that I overcame, and that your past does not it doesn't negate your future.
Okay.
That you can do something about it. You can change your reality. You can create your own reality, and that's what I did. But women don't like that. They want to be
No, they
victims
don't.
because it's cool to be a victim.
And if
Because
you're a
you
victim,
get
you don't have to
bored.
take accountability.
You don't have to take accountability, and you don't have to change.
Right. Right. I'm
You
a
can
victim.
just stay in victimhood boat, because who's going to support you? Me Too movement, feminist movement. Oh, you should feel sorry for me, and all this stuff. And like you can just get by everything you do in life. Say, well, it's because I had a bad past. I had a bad childhood. It's like,
Right. And there's no
it's
way to verify that, right? There's no way to verify any of that stuff. Women can just make up, oh, I was diddled by my uncle. Dude, they don't, I mean, again, it's just one of those deals, man, where women make stuff up to give themselves the excuse to act stupid or make bad decisions.
that is correct.
I got a question here from Slam Bright, and I think this is legit. He says, has she ever taken a flight from San Francisco to New York? He says, I think she has ridden in the passenger seat with Night Industries 2000.
What is this? They were saying this on the Fresh and Fit. I have no clue what this means.
So and this was actually made up by me, actually. I can take full credit for this.
Okay.
Hashtag SFNY, okay? San Francisco to New York, aka she fucks niggas, y'all. So when we ask, has she ever taken a flight from San Francisco to New York? That's what
Got it.
So
Oh yeah, you can just tell.
okay, yeah, she definitely, you can definitely tell because she's a little bit, yeah.
You can just see it. It's something energetically, I feel, and something in her eyes just is not quite right.
Not only that, is she called into Kevin Samuels' program. White girls who don't fuck with niggas don't really care what. Yes, they don't really.
No,
they don't really.
We're going to be following Matthew Hussey.
Yeah,
all
there
the
you go.
white chicks follow Matthew Hussey.
There you go.
And Matthew Hussey's great. I will be on his show one day. Just
dude, Matthew.
right now.
Are you kidding me, dude? Matthew Hussey is the he's the white equivalent of Derek Jackson. He tells these fat sluts out here that they are fine just the way they are.
I know, and it's all his stuff is about like
self-love.
I subscribe to his emails and stuff.
Hey, listen.
Because I want to see what is being taught out.
Not only that, he's got a huge following, and if you get in there and let him know what you are, or what you believe, maybe you'll get some people to maybe cross over. So good, very good. Okay,
good.
Well, that makes sense.
By the way, I'm going to reach out to Kevin Samuels. I don't know if he reads messages, but I will. And if he invites me on the show, I will shut you out, Donovan. How about that?
Oh my God.
He should have me on, though. I would be an interesting person.
I think you would be very, very interesting to have. But if you were to shout me out, he'd probably block my number. Listen, Kevin and I, we've been friends forever, but it's just bad. It's unfortunately for him. Well, unfortunately for me, like he shouted out Obsidian. Obsidian is dude. He's the Black Hobbit. All this nigga does is talk shit and complain about black women. The guy, I guess, could be smart. He sucks as a content creator. He is terrible as a content creator.
I know who this is.
Right. But, well, of course not. But Kevin shouts him out because Obsidian is signed off on by the black community. I have never, ever been signed off on by the black community. I tried it by going on O'Shea's show. They gave me the same kind of hate, but that's okay. We don't need those people.
I'm worried about, I would love to be on a topic about this, but I told my guys, I will never make a YouTube about interracial dating. I don't feel like I have I'm just not touching that. He's like, good idea. Not going
man,
there.
Listen, I touch it all the time, man. And I'll tell you, and I'll be honest with you.
You can, though.
Yeah, look, dude, honestly, if I didn't, I'll be honest with you, and I don't regret anything I've ever done. But if not for, dude, I'm gonna tell you what, man. If I were single, or if Devin were black, I'd have a much bigger following. But my girlfriend is white, and that pisses off some white guys, and it pisses off black men and women. So,
I understand this firsthand, Donovan.
Yeah.
That's why I told you about the social stuff, and I took everything down, because you don't even understand how much hate mail I was receiving and he was receiving from black women. People in the black community were like, why are you letting this, white woman from Newport Beach parade you around like you're her dog? I'm like, what? Like, and it caused a lot of drama. Let me just tell you, I didn't know we were going to make it. I was like,
It's just.
and then I realized, but the thing is, Donovan, it's so messed up because then he told me, he goes, well, babe, you have to understand, if you put me on there, you're going to get hate from those women. It's just because you're white. And I don't even consider myself white, but he's like, you're white.
Yeah, you're a white girl. Yeah. You're
like,
definitely a white girl.
White. So I get it. It's messed up.
It is. I mean, it's messed up, but I'm not crying about it. Fuck all those. Fuck everybody, man. Dude, I've dealt with all of the ridiculous black community. I've dealt with that since I'm 16 years old, man. Like, dude, like, honestly, man, like, I've been called the same name. I get called the same names now as I did back when I was a fucking teenager. This shit ain't nothing new to me. So business-wise, I understand. Kevin cannot... Dude, my own brother, he's like, dude, Kevin can't shut. I was like, oh, yeah, dude, trust me. I know and understand that.
He's got to... Well,
he's got to protect his brand.
He's got to protect his brand. And I don't understand it, and I told my guys, like, I'll never understand this. He's like, no, you won't. But they will say things like, why are he should be with a black woman, like, straight up, like, you're crazy.
Oh, you're telling me you don't understand why your boy catches heat from black women for dating you?
And why they're so mad at me. They're like,
I know why. Oh my God!
For a black woman, you're robbing us. I'm like, how am I robbing you guys?
Yeah, I know exactly why. And I'll use myself as an example. When I see a black woman with a white guy, I don't get upset. Want to know why? Because I have options. I can date any race of woman I want. Black women are at the bottom of the sexual totem pole. Are there black women out there who can and do regularly date outside their race? Absolutely. But most of them cannot, right? A much larger percentage of black men can date outside our race than the percentage of black women that can date outside their race. The reason why black women get upset with black men and non-black women who date black guys like me is because that shrinks their pool of suitors even more. They're already the least preferred, and then white girls like you and Devin come along and you guys are, you guys are scooping up the top, 1 to 5 percenters, and that's one less high value black man that is left for them. That's really all there is. Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because like, I stopped reading my comments almost 3 years ago. I'm sure I'll have black women and black men. Well, we are so glad you don't date black women. Your secret is safe with me, sweetheart. It is what the fuck it is. But yeah. And this is the funny thing. Black men who see black women with white guys, if they get mad, it's because they don't think they can date outside their race. So the whole interracial dating thing, if you're pissed off that someone of your race is dating outside your race, it's because you mentally know that you cannot date outside your race, because in your mind that's one less person of your same race that you can date. It is what it is, and I don't belong to no goddamn body. Yep, that's what it is.
Well, I'm out of it now. I'm not even posting nothing. Even like I'm just keeping myself.
Oh, Janelle, you in it now? You in it?
I'm just trying to keep my relationship alive, man. Like, and all this stuff from the outside is not helping. So
listen,
we'll never post him again.
I will tell you what. As someone, dude, I've been through this for years. Literally, they literally have no impact on your relationship except for when you go out to places. Now that hadn't happened to me and Devin for a while actually, but when we used to go places together and if we had a black waiter, he was totally cool. But if we had a black waitress, oh dude, our food would come late. Oh my God, it's first world problems.
But here's the thing though, Donovan, it is effective when his whole community is black. His male people that he respects in the barber world, or his mentors, or his aunties, or mom. Like, remember, I'm 40 and he's 25.
Wow.
On this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Janelle, guess what? At some point, he's gonna have a choice to make.
I know.
And that choice is, it's probably not what you think, but his choice is I can either continue to try to hide my girlfriend, or I can tell all the people that I care about, hey, fuck you guys. I love who I love, and that's the way it's going to be. If you have anything negative to say about her, that's fine. Just make sure I'm not within earshot. That's it.
Not with fault. And I'm hoping that eventually it'll, when he sees more of my value things, it'll get to that place.
It
and in
comes.
the meantime,
It comes with maturity.
keep him out of that spotlight.
Yeah, it comes with maturity. Anytime there are any doubts, just steam that Yoni and put it on him that night. I think that'll do a very that'll do a very good job at keeping him around. Technomage B5 with a $5 super chat says victim equals I can't be at cause. That's good. Then they wonder why nothing ever changes or improves. Facepalm. Let's continue.
So I want to make sure that.
What's the purpose of marriage in your opinion?
Companionship, security.
Oops. Did you hear what he just did? Buy a dog and die. Yep. The purpose of marriage is to foster children, is to have children. That's the only reason why. Well, actually, you don't even really have to do that. But yeah, that's just all there is to it. What did she say? Companionship, which means she's doing it for selfish reasons. Yeah.
You buy a dog for companionship. You get an alarm system for security.
There you go.
Family.
Just like,
There it is.
Yeah.
Children.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, of course, family, children, totally. Yeah. That I was going to say that was going to be next.
Are you prepared to be somebody's wife and their mother, and then somebody's mother?
No.
I think that I'm still working on myself.
That's a no.
Emotionally and mentally,
So the
definitely.
answer is no.
no,
Yeah.
mentally.
Did you hear what he just said? He said, so the answer is no. What did you say?
And we know she's working on it mentally.
Listen, that's an excuse. That's an excuse, man.
She's just a hot mess mentally is what I was saying.
She is definitely a hot mess mentally. And I think what men have to understand is, because there are so many men who men like women use excuses to stay out of the dating market, either stay out of the dating market for men or just continue taking dick from everybody for women. Women will say, well, I don't want to get into a relationship or get married because I have to work on myself mentally. No, sweetheart. You work on yourself mentally by getting into a relationship with a man of value, because you'd be surprised at how many mental hangups and everything you have magically disappear when you are with a man in demand. All of your mental hangups, all of your mental hangups will matter a lot less when you belong to a man of value. Here's
Correct.
where, but here is where the rubber meets the road. Men say, well, I don't ever want to be with a woman who has some sort of mental hangup. Guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you need to, wife up a chick from
a little bit of a mental hang up.
There you go. Janelle, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. I'm not telling you to go to the insane asylum and pick a woman who's in a straitjacket. That's not what I'm suggesting. But all women are a little bit crazy. Like, all women have shit with them.
They're better in bed and they're more loyal in the end.
Crazy in the head means crazy in the bed.
Level crazy and see what you can deal with. That's just the truth.
Not only that, Janelle, but this is what you have to deal with women. I'm not saying deal with disrespect or anything like that, but guys, you have to understand that no woman is going to be perfect physically or mentally. Every woman is going to have some sort of a mental hang up. That's really all that is.
I love this comment here. There's so many great comments.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
He says, Team Peterson, Lurch leaves Janelle. One of those high-value black men will scoop her up real quick. Real talk.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me think. Jay Blaze says you saw it last night when Renner fell into Myron's frame. Yeah, I don't know if you've watched that Brittany Renner on the Off the Record podcast with DJ Academics, but Brittany Renner came in catty and confrontational. Dude, Myron calmed her ass right down, and by the end of the podcast, he had her eaten out of the palm of his hand, only because Myron was there. So yes, men have to understand. Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying deal with a fucking crazy ass bitch. While they're a lot of fun for a little while, they will wreak real world havoc on your life. But if you're expecting a woman to be 100% mentally stable, those don't exist. All women are a little bit unstable mentally. To what degree
Right.
depends upon her genetics, where she's been, what her experiences are. But if you're expecting a woman to just have it all together mentally all the time, you're going to be looking for a while. They just
You're going to be looking for a man.
well, there. I mean, at which point maybe you should start to question yourself.
True.
Yeah.
I
Just
can
saying.
stay for like 5 more minutes, but I got to roll. But this has been so fun today.
Oh, you said 5 minutes?
I can stay for about 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. So we'll go another 5 minutes. I think we've
Yeah.
proven everything we need to prove. So let's we'll go 5 more minutes.
Are you in therapy now?
No, I'm not in therapy, but I listen to podcasts, self-help books.
Oh boy.
No, podcasts don't do shit.
Oh
You
boy.
need therapy.
Oh boy.
Because man, let's start from the beginning.
Oh boy. Okay.
Right now.
So she does look. So she does therapy, blah 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 blah. I think we've seen enough. So Janelle, let me get your closing thoughts on what we're talking about here. What this goes to show, in my opinion, that this woman wants to wait until she's 30 to get married. She doesn't know if she wants to have kids or not. She wants to get herself together mentally. Later on, she talks about wanting to build an empire. She verifies everything we've been talking about in this sector of the web, and she is just a basic bitch from New Jersey. She's not the typical Miami thought. I assume she doesn't have an Instagram and an OnlyFans. This woman is a train wreck, as most women in this country are. But so many people who throw shade on Fresh and Fit say, well, the only reason why they're relevant and the only reason why he gets the same results is because he gets the same type of bitches. Listen, the hardware might be different, but the software is all the same. Janelle, I'll give you the last word.
It's definitely all the same. It doesn't matter how much money they have, how successful they are, what part of the country they're from. Women are women. They're
That's right.
wired crazy. And the thing, it's true. I mean, it's the chaotic energy of Shakti, the feminine energy.
It's the way it is.
It just is what it is. It's not bad. It just, you have to tame it a little bit. And,
Okay.
an alpha male, a high value male, will come and tame that. He will checkmate.
That's right.
And a worthy woman will fall in line. But the problem is, most women, they're like wild horses. They don't want to be tamed. They want to be out there just bucking away and getting fucked and doing their stuff. And with these false ideals of marriage and I can be this and I can do it all,
Oh,
and all
boy.
this stuff
Oh boy.
is just a truckload of you know what. So the bottom line is, women around the world, I mean, I don't know. I've been internationally. I don't know. Don't want to speak too much internationally, but
Okay.
I will say, at least in America, that's fair enough,
Yep.
are all generally the same.
Okay.
And most of that similarity is that they're delusional in thinking that they can be in control and somehow be in a relationship with a high value man that's going to give them a $200,000 ring and pop up children with matching, clothing and post on Pinterest and Facebook this like magical life, and it just doesn't work like that. Women need to be a little more logical. Does it happen? No. But can it be fostered? Yes.
Absolutely.
And how it's fostered is when a man comes in and says, I understand you're a woman, so you're emotional, but I'm not going to take the BS.
There you go.
And when a man does that, a worthy woman, a high value woman, will fall in line.
She is Janelle Gordon of the ofactors.com. Tell the people where they can find you.
TheOFactors.com. As Donovan just said, I have so many Valentine's Day gifts for women. For
Yoni
men,
Steam,
really,
baby.
Yoni Steam, Yoni eggs, and crystal sexual thing. I don't know if I can say toys on here that are better than like. I don't know what I can say, but just go on the site. A lot of things to spice up your love life. How about that?
There you go.
And and if you mention the show, I'll give you a 10% discount.
Hey, there we go. Did you hear that, Deb? You got to
follow.
mention Donovan's show. We're gonna get that Yoni steamer has me intrigued. It really, really does. I think we're gonna go ahead and make
It's
that
a good
purchase.
time.
Okay, good stuff. Janelle, thank you for making time for us today. I will see you again on Thursday because Janelle is going to be on now twice a week. That's going to do it for That's What She Said. We will